Jag Mohan Nath, the only living IAF veteran who holds the rare distinction of being awarded Maha Vir chakras twice. Jag Mohan Nath was born in Laya village in the Punjab province of British India and relocated to India after partition. His family members were all doctors, but the young lad had a passion for planes from an early age. Growing up in his village, he would spend hours watching the planes high in the sky. Nath got an opportunity to follow this passion in 1948 when he joined the Air Force Administrative College in Coimbatore for his initial training in the IAF. Dedicated and hard-working, he was soon selected for the daring maneuvers and covert operations in hostile territory. His tryst with history would begin a few years later with the 1962 debacle on the China border. It was during the beginning of this standoff that Nath was given the risky task of covertly accessing the Chinese buildup in the Aksai Chin area and Tibet. He took to skies in his Canberra, a twin-engine jet bomber that had been fitted with cameras. During his survey mission, Nath was often detected and fired at by the Chinese despite flying high to avoid radar detection. Undaunted, the courageous pilot continued to fly into hostile territory and return with invaluable strategic inputs on the ground situation and enemy troop activities in the Aksai Chin and Tibet, both before and during the Indo-China conflict. It was this outstanding effort of flying in hazardous condition that earned Nath his first Maha Vir chakra. His mission proved immensely useful to learn everything about the Chinese military buildup on the Tibetan plateau. Nath's conclusion were that China had no air force on the Tibetan plateau in 1962. Wing commander explained, if we had sent a few airplanes, we could have wiped the Chinese out and everything could have been different in the 1962 war. The political leadership did not believe me that China had no air force. Can you imagine what would have happened if we had used the IAF at that time? The Chinese would have never dared to do anything down the line. It is one of the greatest tragedies of India's modern history. 3 years later, he repeated the feat in 1965 after war erupted between India and Pakistan. Back then, the Himalayan battlefield had no radar. As such, the Pakistan Air Force had set up observation posts pitched atop ridges of the mountainous terrain. Pakistani sabres would also patrol the skies to look out for Indian intrusion. During his low-down maneuvers in enemy territory, Nath would fly his English Electra Canberra at extremely low heights, almost skimming the trees, so that Pakistani radar could not detect his aircraft. Then, when he caught sight of something that needed to be captured on the camera, he would climb to 12,000 feet to get a clear picture of well-defended airfields and installations. This 5-minute period of exposure was the riskiest part of the mission. Easily visible to Pakistani outposts and aircrafts, Nath would often have to dodge and duck between the peaks at dizzying speed to avoid being shot down by the furious PAF sabres in hot pursuit. The 30-odd low-down maneuvers conducted by Nath yielded a treasure trove of strategic pictures and informations. It was this crucial intelligence that helped IAF aircrafts destroy a powerful radar in Baden, and that the Indian Army almost reached Lahore. He was again conferred the Maha Vir chakra for his act of bravery, complete disregard of his personal safety, and a high degree of professional skill. He is the first of 6 Indian officers to have twice been decorated with the Maha Vir chakra. A living legend, Jag Mohan, retired from the Indian Air Force in 1969. Jai Hind.